Very late one evening, when even the birds had stopped squeaking, Rhubarb was tip-toeing about the garden, muttering mutters to himself.
What's that noodle-brained dog up to at this unearthly hour?
Yawned Custard, and spied through the fence with a cat's eye to business. And one here, and one there, and one under that, muttered Rhubarb in a mumbling sort of way, as he buried bones all over the garden, ready for the Hunt the Bone game at his garden party. There, that should do very nicely. Thank you very much, Rhubarb, said Rhubarb, licking his lips as he planted the very last of the bones, knowing full well that he'd win the game because he knew where all the bones were. What a smart dog you are. The great bone rush should make me a fortune, he grinned as he collapsed wearily into his bed.
Jumping mackerel! A fortune, eh?
Whistled Custard and crept off into the night. As the moon covered herself up with big fluffy clouds and rocked herself to sleep, Custard spent the darkened hours making himself a fortune by hawking a few bad deeds to land he didn't even own.
Well, that's the very last one,
grinned Custard as he sold the final plot of land, told everyone that
there were bones in them there hills,
and loitered off with the loot. Rhubarb's alarm clock was getting a bit wound up about ringing, but with so much noise outside, there wasn't any need to bother. Rhubarb rolled over, opened an eye, then the other, and looked out with great amazement, which very quickly turned into an even greater anger.
I demand to know what's happening!
Rhubarb screamed at the top of his bark as he stamped his paw and glared out onto something that looked like Klondike High Street on a Saturday.
This is my garden! Who gave you permission to dig holes all over it? Stop that digging immediately!
Demanded Rhubarb. Push off, greenhorn, grizzled a battered old panhandler, and with that, Rhubarb turned tail and slunked off back up to the house. The world's gone mad. I didn't invite any of these gangsters to my garden party. Yet they're all here digging up my bone game, shrugged Rhubarb, just as he saw Custard's fat face grinning over the fence, and the whole crazy situation fell into place. I might have known he'd spoil everything, sniffed Rhubarb in a sad sort of way.
Oi, oi, here's a bone,
shouted a big gruff geezer.
Here is another. What? Rubber bones? Here, what's the game?
Demanded a big husky dog from Alaska. Hunt the rubber bone! Hunt the rubber bone at the garden party! Shouted Rhubarb from up at the house, and Custard's greedy grin fell off his face.
Oi, cat, we got a rubber bone to pick with you,
growled 500 mad dogs as Custard set off over the hill. Oh, you can't beat a morning run, I always say, grinned Rhubarb. Now, where did I hide my bona fide breakfast?